All right. So the topic for today's discussion is, it's a GD. The topic is babies. When I mean baby, I mean a baby. That means 1.5, 2 years, like that. Okay. So, or even earlier than that. They're doing a lot of photo shoots, modeling calendars, participating in various shows, reality shows, and then, of course, singing, dancing, any kind of a show or any kind of a platform. So, what's happening is that they're getting a lot of limelight and a lot of appreciation, and they're getting, I mean, they're flooded with awards, they're flooded with certificates, all these things. So, according to you, what do you think? Do you think this is doing good to the baby, or you think that this is actually harmful and it's something you don't support? That's the topic. Is it clear to you? Ayantika, you had a doubt. Okay. All right. So, I'm going to start asking Mrs. Patra first. Yes. Yes, Mrs. Patra, what do you
Yes,
think? What's your opinion?
and this is happening nowadays. In our time, not so much praising. Nowadays, it is happening, and sometimes it would be good, and sometimes it would not be good. To praise anyone's to praise anyone is good if he or she does some good things, some good things, it is good. But too much praising is not good. And the one thing I think that there are so many characteristics of the child. All are not same. Some too much intelligent, some extrovert, some introvert, uh, some কি বলবো, খুব
You've
ইয়ে,
already given many examples, I mean, different types and characteristics of the children already. These are enough. Introvert,
yes,
extrovert, intelligent. It's fine. Okay.
and to praising too much uh, will would be bad for who are too much extrovert, who are too much extrovert, too much praising would be bad for him. I think it. Nowadays, we have seen in social media also, and parents also, um, all time telling about their children's uh, behavior, children's success. All time, sometimes parents did this, and it would be bad for their children,
All
for the child.
right.
It
Okay,
would be
got
bad.
your point. Got your point. Anything else?
And sometimes uh, সে ইয়ে হয়ে যায়,
They can be
উৎসাহিত,
distracted.
হ্যাঁ distracted, আর sometimes এটা আবার উৎসাহিত করে, it
They get motivated,
yes,
encouraged.
encouraged. So I have to do more better.
Hmm.
I have to do more better.
Hmm.
She or he thinks.
Okay. Now, here, I would like to say that, first of all, can you hear me and see me clearly, all of you? Yes?
Yes, I can
Okay.
see.
All right. Now
Yes,
the
ma'am.
thing is, yes, Mrs. Patra, you have given a very diplomatic answer where you're saying it's good also and it's bad also. Now, I want a very clear-cut answer from the class. The point I have mentioned is very clear. You've said that little praising is all right, too much praising is not fine. We are not against praising or giving compliments. Of course, you need to motivate the children, you need to encourage the children. No one is against that. But if you hear the topic very carefully, I've said that they are flooded with awards, they are flooded with certificates, and they are flooded with good comments, likes. So it when I mean when I say flooded, that means it's over. It's beyond natural. It's extra in excess. So when you answer the question, all of you, please understand the topic first. I'm not saying you can't say very good to a baby or well done, beta, you can't say. Of course, you can say. So, understand the topic and give me a clear answer, either yes or no. Okay, no diplomacy. All right, we've heard Mrs. Patra's views. Next, Ranjana has raised her hand and Shomita also wanted to speak. So, okay, Ranjana. All right, first, you're raising your hands. I'll ask you.
First of all, based on the topic, I am extremely against with this things because when you are flooded with a baby, that a baby, he he or she doesn't understand what is going on with on with her or him, and it has a bad effect. Extremely award, extremely compliment. I mean, the flooded with compliments, awards, and all.
Not extremely, too many awards, too many
So many,
certificates.
so many awards, certificates, and all. Actually, they it has a bad effect. Why I'm saying this? Without working hard, without hard working, without uh, struggle, they are getting this. So they, in near future, when they will
Grow up.
when they will grow up, so they won't understand how to get a success. Behind every successful person, there's a failure. So they would so failure is the one thing from which we can learn. So they could not get they have a fear of failure. So my point is they could not maintain these things if a
Okay,
with too many hours, too many certificates without doing anything. So it will be bad for them for
fair
future.
enough. Okay, fair enough. Okay, next, Shomita.
Actually, if any kid do something, if
Excuse me,
any,
ma'am, may I have
sorry, ma'am,
water?
if any kid do something and they get award is okay. Uh, I
If any
personally
if
feel
any kid does anything and they are awarded, so that's fine. You're saying okay.
okay,
Any
okay.
kid
Ma'am,
does. Okay. Yes.
I personally feel it totally
Yeah.
depends on their
Hmm. Continue,
that
Shomita.
that time they were kid. So I personally feel that how, it totally depends on how their parents upbringing them. They were a mud. How you mold them, they will be like that.
So you are
So
saying that if they are getting a lot of awards, that's not a problem. Depends how their parents are guiding them
upbringing
and
them.
teaching them and training them, right? Based
Yes,
on
yes,
that.
ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. My point.
Okay. All right. Next, who wants to speak? Shomendo has gone unmute.
Yes,
So yes.
ma'am. One thing that she said, I agree with her that these things happen because it is shown on TV and TV gets more TRP. People like to watch this kind of shows. So
Hmm.
and like they are watching that babies are getting appraisals. I mean appreciation and getting awards, and other parents they also want to send their baby to the show like this. So I think I agree with her that this is all
You
about
agree with
parents. So
whom? With Shomita, with
Somita,
Ranjana?
yes,
Okay, Shomita, yes.
yeah, that suppose a child is very talented in something and the he or she is going to a show, performing well, getting awards, that is completely fine. But like if parents are watching this kind of show and they want their child to get in that kind of show and win awards, and they like forcefully send their child to that show, so that is, I feel, which is wrong and which will actually harm the kid. So the thing is, like if you see like the spelling bee championships, the spell bee kids, that all 4 year, 5 years old kids are like winning there, and actually they are talented on this. So they are winning that spelling bee championship. That is okay. But like if like other parents whose child are not that much capable and not that much talented, they are forcing their child to go on that show and they are not performing well there, and it also can like give them a mental stress.
Hmm.
And so I
Okay.
think as far as parents are guiding them and parents are concerned about this, so if like their child is capable to do that or not, and they like think like logically and send their kid to only that particular show like that, so as far as this happens, it's okay.
All right. See, I'll give you my view here to Shomita and Shomendo, and of course to the rest of you. The whole thing is, again, the point was getting flooded. Flooded means flooded with certificates and awards. There are various reality shows, and children do participate. Yes, spelling, quiz, singing, dancing, but up to a certain limit, it's fine. But beyond a certain limit, first of all, if the parents are good, if they are real parents, they won't permit so much of limelight on the children. A 1 year old kid, how much talented can they be? Barely they've started walking. A baby starts walking not more before 9 months or 12 months. So that's scientifically. Now I see that they are like 9 months, 1 year. When I talk about these programs, it's like, you see, don't mind, but certain programs are just nonsensical. It's like, if you take a look at social media, so they have a lot of groups, okay? So they keep inviting you in these groups. Now, when you accept the invitation, the members are growing, and these groups are these cultural groups, okay? And they're nothing great, absolute mediocre, or even lower than that. Now they are giving any random certificate, you go to College Street or you go to various places out there where you can buy like these certificates and these awards like 50 rupees, 10 rupees, 20 rupees, and the children, they don't know what's happening with them. They feel I'm a big star. Like there's a photo shoot happening, like a calendar where the picture of that baby is there, and they're getting this certificate. They don't even know how to hold the certificate or how to hold the award. They have no manners of, no manners is a little bit rude to say for children because they're just children. They're just learning. So but they don't even know how to say thank you or anything. There's no sense. But already you are giving them so much compliments and appreciation. They already feel I'm a star. I am Ritik Roshan, or I am someone very great. But the reality is they are no one great. As a result, this is spoiling their mind, and they become non-achievers in the long run. Get that point very clear. It's not about participating in one or two shows. It's about the overexposure. Too much limelight on you. So you go to the relatives' houses, all are like, wow, you're so great, you're the upcoming model or upcoming singer, whatever. So too much a child is hearing. So what is happening? They're not understanding the value of struggle, what Ranjana is saying, or how difficult it is to become an achiever. And actually, they are below average. But the atmosphere, the ambience, the circumstance, that's making them feel very hi-fi. Are you getting the point?
Yes, ma'am.
Shomita and Shomendo, what do you have to
Yes,
say?
ma'am.
Do you
So
agree? What's your view? Are you getting my point?
Yes, but
Yeah, yeah, I'm getting.
actually, this is true. Actually,
And I have
if
seen
you
recently, just saw a video where the baby is so ill mannered, means they have taught no manners to the baby, and that only they are uploading. Anything they upload, like play Saregamapa, baby is sitting on the harmonium, licking that, harmonium, and what do I say, banging on that. They're uploading that. People are saying, oh, it's so cute. So you are encouraging a child's misbehavior. The child feels I'm really cute and really great and super talented. What is this? That's crazy, you know. Okay, show me the what are you saying?
uh, actually you are saying that if you give so too much to a kid, they will spoil. Is actually not only kid, it's for everyone. If
Yeah,
someone
but the
is
topic is kids. Why I'm saying, because
yes,
don't go other way around, of course, but stick to the topic. It's a
if,
GD
yes,
happening.
ma'am. If you get
You're right.
so many things like in a very early age, then you become like boast about yourself that I become like that.
Then it's difficult for you to become something or someone.
Yes, yes, yes,
No.
yes, yes.
And there are
This is
more points to that.
actually
Hmm. Yeah.
what
Ma'am,
I wanted to what I said and what you clarify. I actually understand now.
Okay. Okay. Yes. And who called
Ma-
me? Yes,
ma'am,
Miss
Ma'am,
said that
Rupsha
I
wants to
am.
say. Rupsha wants to say. Okay, Mrs. Patra, just a moment. Okay, let me just ask her. Then I'm coming to you. Mrs. Patra has a point, but you didn't speak, so I'll give you a chance. Yes, Rupsha.
actually what you said that I totally agree. In child, when a kid is doing banging
In
a
childhood,
harmonium,
in childhood,
what
in
yes,
child.
when a child is banging an harmonium, everybody will appreciate that. But when in elder or in her elder age, when she do that, nobody
Yes,
will appreciate. In child,
yes.
everybody will appreciate anything work, but in elder they will not. But if we don't learn them, if we don't
Teach
teach
them,
them from the early age, they will not
right?
learn.
Correct. So rather than teaching them manners and etiquette, and rather than providing a good upbringing, parents are just focused on how uh, they want to make their children all rounder and all certificates they have, and showing off competition that my child is like the best, and a rat race going on. It's so poisonous and ruining a child's future.
It's
And you
also
say, I
a
agree with
pressure on
Rupsha's
them.
this point. Rupsha's this point is actually very good. This ill mannered that we are talking about, bad manners, this continues. I mean, it is persistent because parents are not rectifying that. And when you are a kid, everything looks very sweet. But when you grow up and that is increasing, your behavior becomes worse. That's unattractive. Yes, Rupsha, finish off. Anything else you're saying? I'll come
I
to
want to
Mrs.
give an
Patra then.
example like that.
Yes.
If some child is singing something, the whole paragraph or whole song is not correctly, but then also they will clap. The audience will clap them.
Mm.
But when
This
in
is
the
okay.
will
If
not.
someone is not, if a child is not singing, okay. If the audience clapping, this is okay. But banging on a
No,
harmonium is not okay. They
I
are
All
was
right. So Rupsha's point
I'm
is
saying
clear.
that the
Yes.
if she
Say
will
Rupsha.
if will sing the wrong lines in the song, then also they will clap. But if from that time if they will not rectify that in the
Yes.
elder age, they will also do that, so that then they will not
Yeah.
get that much appreciation. And the
Right.
parents would also the parents want to make their children all rounder. That's also their headache. They won't get their self chance. Nowadays didn't get any chance to play in the play with their friends because they have the pressure. So that will change their mentality also. They will become
Yes. 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 Correct. Okay, Mrs. Patra.
Yes, ma'am. I am sharing my experience about a child. he's 5 or 6 years old, and her parents teaching uh, how how much influenced by a influenced a child. I have seen this. That boy is very cute, very good, and her grandma is saying, "You are a very good boy." That time, that child told that there are so many good boys than me. I have
Yes.
to than me, and I have to be just like them.
That's the right attitude and the right approach.
I got
Absolutely.
astonished that the 5 6 years old child is telling about that, because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
there is an IT engineer, her father also IT engineer, but very simple living,
Yes.
very much simple
Absolutely.
living. No special food, no nothing,
Yes, yes, yes.
which is for all. That is that child is
Great.
teaching.
Great.
So the teaching of parents is too much good.
Absolutely. Very, very important. Parenting. First, parents have to become good individuals to make good children. Just by giving birth to a baby, you don't become a parent. Parents need to be good, children in order to make good children. So
Ma'am,
absolutely, I agree with you. Okay, I have to give chance. I'm coming to you, Ranjana. Just a minute, because many didn't get chance, and it's already 7 past 20. So I'm going
Yes.
to ask. By the way, Shomendo, your video is available. All right, we can see you finally. That's great.
Ma'am, audio
Mrs.
clear?
Pata, yes.
Is my audio clear?
Yeah, everything is clear. My God, that's nice. Okay, Mrs. Biswas, would you like to say something? There's no audio. I don't know, you just got disconnected and now there's no audio. But initially when you started, I mean, before the this GD, when we were just doing some discussion, so you were audible. All right, it's okay. There's some technical problem. I'll move to Ranjana. Yes, what are you saying? You listen, no problem, no worries, just listen.
but the baby, when he or she born or after 1 or 2 years, it was a raw. She was very raw and very vulnerable.
Hmm.
And parents have to understand, if you made it a human, then she will or he will become a human. If you may uh, give the proper education, he will become. I mean, if you want to make him a terrorist and all the sinner, I mean the negative people. So the child will be negative also. So based
Yes.
on, because I have seen a spoiled child. I have a practical experience, and because of two parents too much discussions. I mean that 4 or 5 years of child, it's talking like a more than like a 20 years old.
Yes.
I mean the adult person. It should not be welcome and should not be accepted.
Hmm.
But because not only she's doing and she's talking, she started accusing. Suppose if you say, dear, this is a wrong thing you are doing. No, you have taught me like this, so that is why I'm doing. This is a 4 years old child is saying. That means his upbringing is not so well. So
Okay, all right. So Rohan and who did not speak? Priyadarshini, Ayantika. Others, please keep it mute. Others. So I think Priyadarshini wants to say yes.
Yes, ma'am. I think overexposure always brings criticism with it. Also, a
Yes.
child who is not
Yeah, it's a new point.
who doesn't know anything about bad comments or like that, they will be affected by it very easily, and that can cause mental
Trauma.
trauma and everything. And also that social media comments, there will be a lot of people who will say fancy words to the child, but in the real world no one will say that, say those
Absolutely.
things. Actually they will criticize, they will say you are not good. Not everyone will be not everyone will be saying motivational words, so
Mm-hmm.
they relate, won't relate to that, they
Yeah,
will feel
absolutely.
lost.
I have seen that. I have seen that when they're used to a lot of compliments from the family background, I mean like family and all. So outside world, when they enter the outside world, like office and all, they just can't handle the situation because no one is giving that sort of a motivation or appreciation and acknowledgements what you're saying. I totally agree with this. Another point you said is the negative criticism. That's true, it creates a lot of pressure, mental pressure, stress, trauma to the children, and they, some reality shows also, some girls and boys, they've tried to commit a suicide. I mean, maybe you can understand. There was a dance program, and I remember one girl. So that's very dangerous. This sort of a competition at such a tender age. Okay. Next, Rohan and Ayantika, would you like to say something? Rohan, wow, your headphones battery is over. Great. Okay,
Yes.
listen very carefully. So, Ayantika, let's see what you have to say about it. Ayantika.
Yeah, ma'am. Now, ma'am, I think that every in the very young age, that in front of camera, that in front of camera baby can be harmful, because the light camera action also affect him. And the other hand, that
Yeah, you're right.
in the
This.
young age, that photo shoot is motivate your mind, that you are very affected in the social media and you are not motivated in study also. You can't do study all time, that all time in social media, how likes are coming, how everyone accepting my photos and videos, and how they are commenting. This is also happening.
Okay. So the bottom line, the conclusion that we can draw from this discussion are, can anyone make a chart and just enlist the points? I'll just do it briefly for you. Point number one, when they are not talented, they are getting appreciated. So they eventually cannot develop a talent because they already feel they are talented. So this is like a wrong guidance given to the kids. Next thing, overexposure is never good. That's why you see the celebrities, they try to keep their children away from the limelight. Taimur is so much in focus. So I remember Sharmila Tagore. She said that when Virat Kohli and Anushka will have a baby, which they will now have, and when they that baby will get that limelight, and Taimur will be ignored by the media after a certain age, he won't be able to take that shock. It'll be depressing for him. The point mentioned by Priyadarshini, that competition, rat race, one child getting more limelight than the other, getting awarded. I mean, children are so vulnerable. You get an award, I don't get an award. I feel sad as a kid. So that's another point. And rather than training them, or, what I mean is like a talent of singing or dancing or photography, whatever the uh, factor is, you have to train the child, inculcate the value. I mean, make your child talented. Rather than doing that, parents are focused whose child has more certificate, whose kid is, more popular, who has more awards. Like, suppose Mrs. Verma wants her kid to learn dance. What should be the actual intention? Intention should be that my baby should be a great dancer. But that's not the intention. Intention is my baby should be able to participate in a reality show as quick as possible and become famous. So your intention is wrong. That's not how you should approach. You should focus on making her a good dancer, not participate in a reality show within a month. But that's how, things are happening these days. And these certificates and awards that I'm talking about, they are just valueless. You just go and buy these, and anybody is giving, it's like getting distributed like peanuts. That's so shameful. And it's dangerous for the children. Okay, so this was our topic which has been discussed. We will be stopping this recording now.